And we are underway. The Louisiana Open is on its way. 3 days of immaculate pool. Of course, the day we saw yesterday. And here we are, opening rack, opening match, opening day. Roberto Gomez to break. And continuing with his success yesterday, he has a very good break, makes several balls. The only caveat here is he doesn't have a phenomenal shot to shoot at. He's going to take this 13 in the bottom right corner. Played that one very, very well. And now, after the tough opener, this is kind of a tic-tac-toe rack. I don't see too many issues. Superman starting off strong against Heath Lindsay.
Not hanging about as well, is he? Just going to fly through it like he did yesterday for the majority of the day.
Yeah, and with the extended match timer, this is 50 minutes on a race to 7. So he's not going to let that clock come into play for sure. Really good opening rack here for Roberto. Heath's going to have an opportunity to see what he can do, because Roberto's won rack number 1. Wow.
We are playing international 8-ball rules here.
And speaking of, that would have been one right there if we were playing those rules. Good thing we aren't for Roberto, because that could have been a close rack.
Yeah, so we get to see Heath for the first time. This is going to be a big challenge for him, you feel, coming out here against Roberto. You know, it would have been a big challenge anyway, but Roberto having an awful lot more experience out there simply because he'd been playing yesterday as well. So you feel the first rack or two where he gets some table time is going to be hugely important for Heath.
Well, and it's also, not only are you playing Roberto, not only is it the very first round, but you're in this arena. The lights are there, the people are watching, the pressure is immense, almost crushing. If you've never been in a situation like this, fires the ball in the side pocket here. The 6 ball is kind of tough for him. That 6-5 is in a really, really bad spot. And the table conditions here are probably a lot different than what he's normally playing on. I know what pool hall he plays out of, and these conditions with the lights and the humidity, it's going to be a little different there. You see the bobble. He wasn't that far off, but it just didn't go.
Yeah, he was going to be in trouble even if it did go, though, so he sort of was putting himself into trouble.
Roberto here just needs a bump there. He really needed that bump.
Yeah, it's not all lost here for Heath. I mean, there's still some problems out there for Roberto that's going to take a lot of solving.
Yeah, the positive for Heath here is that when Roberto does break that out, if he doesn't leave himself a good shot, he's going to be breaking Heath's balls out too, in a sense. So it's really, when Roberto tries to break this out, he has to get it out and has to have a shot. If not, he may be opening up the rack for Heath to take it.
Just a save here from Roberto, and it's a pretty good one.
Yeah, a little bit of maybe a two-way shot, but he's definitely not able to take that 4 ball now, which is really what was his duck. That's the ball he needed to be able to see.
I just wonder if he can go super aggressive here. Just, you know, is there a combo one that?
And it looks like that might be what he's trying.
And this could open everything up. No, he's just going to keep it tight and contained. I don't blame him for that, but you know, you just get excited. I mean, all the shots we saw yesterday, you just never know. So.
Yeah, and some of that is play style. You know, if he's not an aggressive player like that, I personally, if I saw it the way I saw it here, I might have fired at that ball for that combo.
Yeah, no, he's played a containing shot, but may not contain Roberto because he's got the perfect breakout here. Well, it wasn't guaranteed to go well, and it hasn't.
Yeah, he can definitely see it, but the question is, can he make it and get a shot on his next ball?
Yeah, he did have the gap, but couldn't make it. So here we go then, Heath. This is a big moment in the match, you feel. Obviously, we've got a big favourite and a big underdog, but if Heath can get out here and just get himself into the match, settle in, this could be a big moment for him.
Yeah, and that was just maybe a lack of concentration there by Roberto. Good chance here.
I just wonder whether it would have been better on the angle he had just to maybe come and deal with the 6 ball. He could have gone forward and maybe go 2-rail and take the 6 ball up the table and just kept the 4, because he's now got to play a good shot.
And he opted to go up and above the 9. He clipped it a little bit. There was a possibility there where he could have shot that 5 ball in the side pocket with a roll up for the 6. Maybe there was something he didn't like about it.
Yeah, it just maybe just crossed himself a little bit on the pattern there.
Well, he's semi-fortunate here that he didn't leave the 13 ball, but Roberto's going to have a shot here on the 10. Oh,
that's a bit of a wide from Roberto, and he's fortunate to keep the cue ball on the table there. He gives away cue ball in hand, it's frame over.
Yeah, and Roberto, this is not the same Roberto we saw last night. Maybe he hasn't had his coffee yet. Maybe
a late night early start, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a good shot there. Needs this ball to move.
Yeah, again, that's a sign the cushions aren't going to play quite as fast as you'll see on the other tables in the building with the cloth that we have on here, brand new.
There's a good shot.
What a
there.
shot that is, though, yeah.
And Heath Lindsay, local Shreveport, says, I'm not going down without a fight. 1-1 here in this opening match for the Louisiana Open. Big break here. Ball goes down. Well, and it's not the easiest layout in the world, but there's not a ton of issues. He has an opportunity here to take the solids. If he can make that 3 ball, he has no problem balls taking the solids. Unfortunately, that 3 is the issue right now. It's kind of a tough shot from here. Obviously, if he takes the stripes, the 13 ball is going to have something happen where he can make that one. Roberto here checking the time. Well, he takes the stripes, so he must have a plan for that 13. I think maybe he wanted to take the solids. He just didn't have a good opening shot on him.
I think the 14 in the side's the easiest way to break it out. That's what he's gone up for.
That's a good call, Simon. Yeah, and here he's just got to make sure that the 13 is clear for a pocket, which it is.
It's really nice. Well worked out, isn't it? That couldn't get there immediately like he would have wanted to, but found a way. And now it's just a case of holding yourself together and booking your place in the second stage.
And great showing again by Roberto. He was last on the TV table just almost 12 hours ago. And back again here. Not a whole lot has changed. He started a little slower, made a few more errors, but really come to the table confident in the last few racks. And just an 8 ball away from winning his first round match here at the Louisiana Open.
Yeah, very nice indeed from Roberto Gomez. Very solid match. Maybe just a break to work out, but he does finish with a break and run, and he books his place in the second stage. He may have come up just 1 match short yesterday, but he's got his eyes set on the Louisiana Open. And it is going to be Jason to get us underway. As it sort of similar feel to the previous match, you know, important for Jason, I think, to settle in, get used to the environment, get used to the cameras and the lights, and try and relax and play your best stuff. If you can do that, then really take it to Billy. But no doubt that Billy will start as favourite. It's not worked out for him. He's got some issues here to deal with now. Might just be able to get to the 7. And if he can still get out here. Yeah, that's not bad. Still got a huge problem with the 1 ball. Oh, what a shot that is. Oh, he's unlucky. Shot deserves so much more, but now he is fully in trouble. As I have company joining me in commentary box, and Grant Zemp joins me, and as a member of the Jam Up team, it must be nice for you to see the Louisiana Open shirt being played on the TV table. It's pretty cool.
It's definitely a different perspective in here compared to where I'm at.
Yeah.
Out in the hallway.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's good to get a little bit of a break, jump in on the mic with you. I appreciate it. Billy Thorpe and Jason Copeman doing some battle.
Yeah,
this is rack number 1.
This is the opening rack, and this is Billy's first visit to the table. Jason had to break and didn't quite work out for him. He chased a tough finish, and he's just opened up the rack here for Billy.
Cleanup time here for Billy. Really nothing to do here. Pot the balls and call her good.
It's what I always think is nice in the opening rack when you get, you come to the table second, your opponent's got a few out the way, and you can just relax and get your cue arm through the ball a little bit and just get yourself, because you've got so much more room to play with.
Totally agree. Right, it's a gift that in rack number 1, if you can walk to the table and really have no traffic to worry about, certainly will help and add to the confidence. Get a little bit of that elbow grease moving. Although certainly nothing new for either one of these gentlemen. And what a final it was yesterday.
Yeah, well, what a tournament all the way through. There's been so many brilliant matches.
Yeah, it's been pretty phenomenal, I must admit.
Billy just calling his pocket. Not required at international 8-ball rules, but saw that a little bit yesterday. Old habits die hard.
They sure do.
You can make it in any pocket, and I think our referee Trish Murphy is just covering that a little bit. So there's 2 chances for everybody.
Does make a ball this time, and now we're talking. This is a nicely dressed up table here.
Yeah, this is the layout. This is the one.
This is the one that he can kind of use to get some momentum back going in his direction.
Yeah, interesting going for the solids. I was drawn to the stripes straight away.
I was too, yeah.
But solids actually okay.
Yeah, I think it's, you get a table layout like this, it's definitely going to be shooter's choice. So whatever he's feeling comfortable and confident in, everything is there. And I think this is actually the key to the rack right here. This shot needs good position on the 2, because he does interesting. I thought he would play the 2, roll up on the 7. Play that 7 in the side. Get in on that 5-6. He has chosen an alternate path. And I'm not sure if that 7 ball goes. He's left himself a little tough here. We'll see Friday afternoon if the banks are still open for Mr. Jason. To the heart of the pocket. Does he get the reward? I'm not sure. 7 might have to back cut to the left side pocket. Sorry, to the right side pocket. We'll see what he can manufacture here on the 6. Perfect. That will do. What a great shot. The perfect spin to come off that bottom rail. 8 ball's still a little bit tricky. Might have to pinch this in and draw for that 8 to the right side pocket. Used all the pocket there. Overdrew a little bit, but it does go to the corner without question. Very nicely done. What a great recovery.
Yeah, great stuff, really. Under pressure. Brilliant.
Yeah.
And he's up and running and he's into the match now.
Although that would be kind of against the natural tendencies of Billy. He's a pretty quick player. It's one of the things I really love about the format.
The match clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. It changes the game.
It does. It changes the dynamic of everything, really.
It adds so much to the game, and it changes the pressure and it changes the dynamic. It's fascinating. It really is. I find it amazing.
To quote you guys is brilliant.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I mean, but I'm a huge. Obviously, I'm English, but I'm a huge fan of American sport. But how many American sports have got the brilliant endings because of the match clock situation?
100%.
And you bringing it into pool, it just creates another dynamic, more drama.
Well, and it's. I saw a comment yesterday, and while we're live here, we don't really see the comments, but I went back and I was watching, and one of the comments was they've found a way to make 8 ball interesting again.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah, I love that comment. I mean, if you love the game, I'm deep into the patterns. I find it fascinating.
Oh, me too.
So I can sit there and be engrossed by it. But you also want to create drama. You want to create a spectacle. You want it to be fast paced. You want people to be engrossed. So, and that is what they're talking about when they're making it interesting again.
Yeah, completely agree. It's interesting. It's competitive. Yeah. There's a lot of different elements that I think you've. Yourself and Ultimate Pool, you guys got it right.
Long way to go, but we love what we do, so that's the main thing.
It is.
While we're talking about that, Billy is just flowing through this one.
Yeah, right. Don't blink or you miss it.
Yeah, Jason getting his first rack on the board, but had just been hoping to get an opportunity in this frame to try and build on it, but Billy's not having any of it.
He does have to make this 8, though. Gotta watch the cue ball here, too. Very well done.
Yeah, it was all the way through, really.
We were yelling in the hotel room watching at the end. We left a little early, but yeah, I love that part of it. It's like just when you think everything's kind of put together, it's not, and it showed yesterday. And kudos to Tyler for just having a good head on his shoulders and taking it all in with the grain of salt. And he's genuinely looking forward to competing more. It sounds like out here.
Yeah, I think he really embraced what it is. This is different. It is fast-paced, and obviously there's elements from a player's perspective you'd love to have. You don't want to be playing at 15 seconds a shot, but if you want to have that sort of match clock and drama, that's kind of part of it.
Right.
And variety's great as well. So you don't want to have everything. Here we are. We've got 50 minutes for a race to 7. There's more breathing room. We're not putting the players under as much pressure because it's the open. So it's different styles, really.
I love the schedule, and you guys are ahead of it. But then you got a guy like Hennessy early on in the first rack who seemed to be playing a hair rush. Then you get a kid like Braden who's just taking his time but making sure he's deliberate in his actions, and it's a good balance. Like, you can tell players are very much aware of the clock, but they're still trying to stay within a range that's comfortable for them.
Braden going well here to get his first rack on the board. This is
just what he needed to.
Yeah.
He got to the table the first rack, but nothing really strong to look at. And now he's got an opportunity to pot some balls, 2 balls away here. If he can get good on the 6, he'll be all right. But he's a little funny here, Simon. He's going to have to let the cue ball come around the table and fade a lot of traffic if he wants to continue this run. Let's see how aggressive he goes here.
He's taking his medicine, isn't
he
he?
just held it. That's a smart shot. I figured he'd come and swing that cue ball around 3 rails. He's going to be tree-topped over this 10 ball, though. They're playing all ball fouls, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Which I know is a big change for players, but one I think is right. And he's just going to overcut it.
Yeah, definitely fell victim there to being on top of that 10 ball, but at least he got the wheels greased, so to speak, and made a few. Jonathan Hennessy, big favorite here to run these balls out, though.
Yeah, Jonathan, one of the players as well, we're wondering how he'd adapt to playing at 30 and 15 seconds a shot, and it's pretty easy for him, really.
Yeah, I don't really see any growing pains in that aspect. Like I said, I think it's just him being so comfortable out here playing on this type of table. And listen, you give a player of his caliber a layout like that, he's not going to take long to kind of process it, and then of course just deliver the way that he is. And he's looking to take a 2-0 lead here on Braden. Race to 7, live from Shreveport. Where can fans check out the bracket for this event, Simon?
UltimatePoolUSA.com. Live scores are on there. It's every tournament for the weekend will be there. You can go back and check out all the scores from the shootout, but of course the Open and the Women's Open and Junior Open. Women's Open getting underway a little bit later on. Juniors tomorrow. Obviously, we've got a new cloth out there, a CPPA cloth, but it's I think it's been received very well.
It's great having sponsors go and support you guys, especially it being the first event. Looks like some great partnerships you guys have developed there as well. So congratulations on that. Now here's an opportunity for Braden, who he's been at the table a few times, been able to run some balls, but Jonathan's been putting him in some tough positions as well, and not the best opener. He's got to watch out with the scratch on the side. Oh, I like the way he played it there. Nice little containing shot. Really going to limit Jonathan Hennessy's opportunity here to run the rack out.
He has handed a chance, though, you feel.
Yeah, but that 9 ball's in a bit of a tough spot. The 11 ball isn't looking so good.
Yeah, there's more work there than you really think, isn't there?
Right, yeah. And I think this is right where Jonathan feels a little bit more comfortable. He's gotten the better of each one of these safety plays between them, so...
I think it was just a little foul there. Yeah, just he flicked the 9 ball with a tip as he played the shot.
Okay, so because he touched the 9 ball with his cue or with his hand, and now Braden gets ball in hand anywhere on the table.
Yeah, and that's one of the rules I think that to a lot of the certainly amateur players won't be familiar with is that is a foul. I
love that part of it, but how do you police it going to these other tables? Is that something that you guys are prepared to do when it comes to referees? 'Cause that's a lot to kind of undertake.
Well, you have roaming referees going around, but essentially, oh no, it's a poor one from Braden. It's one of those that the players, that one there, you'd expect if this was being played on an outside table, both players will have seen that, and it should be as simple as Braden, just acknowledging it, or Jonathan just acknowledging it, and it's done. But there are obviously always going to be sometimes it could be a shirt when the player doesn't know, or so there will be a few times when that happens, but it doesn't happen as often as you think.
But it's as simple as just being able to call over a referee and watch the shot.
Call over it. If you're worried about it, you've got full right. Just call a referee over and say, look, I'm just exactly worried about this shot. Can you come and watch it? And the referees are walking around and there.
And there's a lot of support here. If you guys haven't been here, if you're walking around, or you guys can't see these outside tables, but there's a lot of guys who and ladies for that matter who are refereeing, and there's plenty of support here for the players, which is great. Nice shot on the side here. I think he's just kind of getting the worst of it slowly but surely as this run goes on. I don't think that 11 ball passes. He's got a pocket in the side for the 12 ball, but I'm not loving where that cue ball is going afterwards.
Yeah, and he still has a major problem with the 9. It feels like he's digging a big hole here.
Right. Yeah, a little bit of quicksand. Okay, going with the back cut. Nice shot there from Jonathan, and the ball goes down. Let's see how aggressive he wants to be here. He's got to look like he's not loving it, Simon.
Maybe taking, if this was 0-0, if this was the opening rack, maybe he wouldn't be taking this on, but a 4-0 up.
No. I don't mind the aggression. I don't. And, even if you're Braden, you certainly have to take advantage of this opportunity. You've been close a couple times. You've knocked on the door a couple times. Let's see how he can address some problems here.
Yeah, time to get one on the board here.
Yeah.
Just has to deal with the 7 ball. Everything else is there for him.
Nice little shot there, but everything's going to be, all eyes are going to be on the top of the table where that 7 and 11 are at.
Yeah, I just wonder whether he could have come across the table more on that previous shot and kind of trying to tap your bad ball as early as possible. If he could have got across to even the angle he's got now, but a little bit more, he could just play the breakout second shot.
Yeah, I think it's like you're trying to force it to go into it here. Yeah. Plus, if you get a little out of line, okay. If you get a little out of line, this is what you're left with, right? Which is a really tough 6 ball, and so I don't even like making this ball, to be honest with you. Maybe just like moving it and seeing where you're going to end up after Jonathan comes back to the table.
But if you take your first shot and slide further to the right as we look, then he just has the natural straight into it, and you've got 2 balls down the table to be on if you're not on the 7.
Yeah, I kind of like maybe when you had the ball in hand shot, just anything but that. That's disaster there for Braden. Yeah, I kind of like getting good on just playing ball in hand with the 4 and using that to break out the 7 and 11, and then you got a lot more options, even if you got a little funny like you did right there. But definitely things that Braden's going to have to learn from. What's he doing here? Is he going all the way down? Okay. Well, using every inch of that pocket there. Played it at a smart speed, though. I tell you what, Simon, this is no hanger. I know he made it look easy, but that was tough to avoid that knuckle there. And Jonathan played it well.
Yeah, another one gets away from Braden, and Jonathan is up 5-0.
Well, if he comes back and makes it 6-6, Simon, we're gonna have a lot of talking points here.
Yeah.
Jonathan's gonna get a break again, and had a really strong break here. This is gonna serve him well the entire tournament, having this strong of a break. I see a lot of guys breaking from maybe like a diamond down. He came up dry. I wonder. I've been noticing that from the more from the Europeans, but I see Jonathan kind of taking on that same style of break as well. Not the best opener for Braden, it looks like. He's getting real close to this ball. He's got to be careful not to foul here. He pitched it back. The referee says it's good, so it's good in my book as well. He's got to get in line here. He's back cutting this 9 ball into the lower right as you guys are looking at the table right now. Oh, what a nice stroke that was from Braden.
Yeah, now he's in perfect shape.
Right, which is exactly where he needed to be at.
Yeah, this could be the start of the comeback.
Boy, let me
what a story that would be.
Oh, as you say it. Oh, and it found the hole. He's got a big smile and lets out a deep breath. He knew that ball was not going to go in, but somehow it found a way. I tell you what, man, seeing that this young man is a junior player, but having the poise that he has and playing real loose, I think he's got a bright future, to be honest with you. Just because he's a little rough around the edges in some aspects, but I just love the way that he's carrying himself right now.
Yeah, it's just tidying up a few decision making more than anything else. It's not really been execution; it's decision making at the most part.
I wouldn't blame him for being a little nervous. Lord knows I would. Look at that nice little rub off the 7 ball. He's going to have a thin cut on the 12, but he's got a shot at least. Oh, wow. And it found a way, and Braden looking to get on the board.
Yeah, this is yes, we'll get him on the board, and it's the start. If he comes back to win it 7-6, it will be a story.
Yeah.
But here we go, he's on the board.
No, and we went out there right as soon as we thought that it was over with. And Jonathan, he was the professional. He didn't give any issue. He said it was fine, and they kept on going and didn't make a fuss about it. So, and look at this layout that he's going to have right here, Simon. This is beautiful. As long as that 5-ball goes in the side, which looking up top it looks like it does, I don't see any reason why he doesn't cross the finish line here. Oh, that 8-ball's in.
8-ball's just a little bit, but he's got a couple of good ways of breaking it out.
What about right here off the 7? You think he plays to go into it?
I'd love to go into it more off the 2 than the 7, just to get it up the table and down, but it's probably not. It could work both ways.
He's really analyzing here.
He's going to go stripes.
Okay.
Yeah, because he could play the breakout straight away, so yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. What a great way to play it. Attacking it right off the bat. And now everything, now that you look at stripes, it just, okay, now it all makes sense, right? Why he decided to go that route. He's taking more time than we've seen the entire match, for sure, in this rack. I think it's just making sure you stay in line. Don't get a little funny here. There's been, a few moments throughout this match where, he's kind of had thin shots, letting the cue ball get away from him a little bit. So just making sure he handles his business out here. Nice shot there. Cue ball center of the table. So do you get to play any at all, Simon?
No, as you saw when I saw you in Las Vegas, it was.
I knew the answer to that question.
Not a long, not a lot. Very occasionally.
Yeah.
But if I do, it's just the odd frame here and there, just against a friend for a bit of fun. Nothing more than that for years now.
Yeah, that's the beauty of playing out here, is that, even though you don't get to play a whole lot, we all grew up playing the same game. We all grew up playing 8-ball, and so we feel right at home, and not a whole lot to adjust to. Great shot there from Jonathan. Wow, I'm surprised. Okay, so he's going to hit a little bit of check side here on this shot, trying to just hold the angle.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised by that, but it's not really a problem for him.
No, I think he just liked the way that it right here. He liked that it was going to be more natural going from the 14 to get on the 8-ball, which it did. 2 rails out. He's going to play the 8-ball in the upper right. It's a fun match. I know the scoreline was a little one-sided, but great showing from Jonathan Hennessy.
Yeah, Jonathan's played very well here, and a good showing from Braden. I know it doesn't really reflect on the scoreline, but he's a junior just trying to make his way in the game, and he'll learn a lot from that. And he did manage to get a good rack on the board in the end, but Jonathan Hennessy will march on, and we will find out what he's got to say about it very shortly now.
The junior programs is really blowed up in America, having some tours and stuff for them, and no sport can survive without the juniors.
And it's a huge part of the plans of Ultimate Pool USA. It's a big part of it, and why we wanted to make sure we had a junior open here.
Looks like he made a ball on the break.
Yeah, first bit of table time here for
he made the 6 ball. Well, that's a good bank. Looks like the only problem ball is going to be the 4 ball for him.
You see, Christopher is calling his shots. That's not something you need to do in international 8-ball rules. But old habits die hard, and it's nice for me because he tells us what he wants to do. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, definitely the more I learn about it and the more that y'all let me get in here and stuff, I'll understand more of the rules and different things. I was just talking to Chris out there, and Chris knows me when I was out playing on the Pro Tour all the time.
And our senior referee, Scott Price, has just let Christopher know he doesn't need to call his shot, which he'll be happy about. He has just turned the table over, so another opportunity here for Dustin to get off to a quick start. This isn't guaranteed, though.
He needed to come up a little higher on that one, not really draw it so much, so he had a good shot on the 10 ball there, I think. Should still be able to make the 12. He shot the 10. So I don't think he's going to be able to hold it on the 9 ball here. He's probably going to have to bump the 12. I mean the 15. No, he came around it. Sometimes that camera is deceiving. No, he couldn't make the 15. So how long you been affiliated with Ultimate Pool?
About 4.5, 5 years now.
Okay.
I've been working on plenty of the Ultimate Pool productions and broadcasts, and very proud to be out here.
How old is the organization?
That's 4.5 years.
Okay.
About that now. I was in it at the start.
Yes, sir.
Still here.
Yes, sir.
Enjoying the broadcast.
You must have done a good job in for them to keep you around.
To be honest, there's a huge huge team of people. It takes a lot of people to
It
put
takes
these
an
things
army.
together. Yeah.
Definitely takes an army.
Yeah, I'm just a small part of it. I just get to talk a little bit of nonsense about Paul every now and then. It's great.
He's going to have to bank this ball.
Yeah, he's on the bank.
He should be
He's
able to
changed
cut
his
the
mind.
two in the side without scratching. If he cuts it in the corner, it's tight. Good shot. Good speed. Oh.
It wouldn't have given him great shape though, so I'm surprised at the choice.
Yeah, Dustin just has to take the stripe. Now, what happens here if he takes the stripe and still makes it after the two? Is that still a legal shot?
Yeah, absolutely fine. He can make both in one shot.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Okay.
And the beauty of the shot he's just played there is if the stripe stays on the table, he's got the great cue ball.
Yes, sir.
And he just turns the table over. So it's a sort of great
Now, what if
two-way
he
shot.
took that stripe and made the object ball? I mean, made the solid.
And then it's just your opponent's go.
Okay.
It's not a foul. It's just a legal shot.
I hope you don't mind me asking.
No, it's great because if you're asking these questions, people at home watching are asking exactly the same questions.
Well, we're trying to educate America, and I definitely need to be educated. Oh, no, he might have scratched. Nope.
Yeah, went wrong on both sides of it. So after a really good start for Dustin, I'm really surprised at the way that this rack's gone for him. I thought he was going to build on it because he's had a couple of really good chances.
That TV sometimes gets you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know it used to get me when I first started playing on the streams and stuff. Oh, good shot.
Yeah, good shot from...
Had a little body movement there, extracurricular body movement. Looks like, what is it, 1-1 now?
Yeah, one apiece.
1-1 with Dustin getting ready to break.
That just shows you the current live scores that are playing. But if you want to see every single score in the tournament, ultimatepoolusa.com. There's your live scores. All the brackets are in there for every tournament.
So here's a unique perspective that I didn't realize until I was watching. So now the guy scratched off the break. The cue ball has to stay in the kitchen, but you can shoot any ball.
Any ball, any direction.
Yes, sir.
One of the other differences as well, if we're talking about rules and differences, if you jump the cue ball off the table rather than scratch, then it's anywhere on the table.
Okay.
So just a subtle difference there.
So if it leaves the bed of the table,
yeah,
or hits the floor,
yeah, it can leave the bed of the table, but it has to make its way back onto the bed of the table by its own. Like, it can't be.
Now, what if it jumps up and it touches the wood on the rail and comes back on there?
It's fine.
Still,
yeah,
okay.
As long as it makes its way back onto the table by itself, you're absolutely fine.
Even during a shot?
Yeah.
I was playing a tournament one time down in South Texas, and I shot a ball real hard in the corner. Cue ball jumps up on the rail at the one corner pocket, and it takes like 2 minutes spinning all the way over to the other, and it's stuck on top of the rail.
Yep. Yeah, you do see that from time to time. This has been a bit more like the opening rack here for Dustin.
Yeah.
It's been really good. It looks tight in the side here, but he's played for it, so it must go.
Oh, it's way bigger. And
yeah.
He had a big old winder there.
Certainly does hit the break well.
Yes, he does. Wow, how many balls do you get behind the head string? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 balls.
Yeah, unfortunately, not one falls.
Yeah, no. I don't know if he really left anything.
I think he's got a 7 along the top.
Yeah, it looks like it'll go. Yeah, he had room.
So there's some issues on the solids. Just the 5 ball and the 8 ball, probably the big problems.
Yeah. I don't know what ball he can use. He might be. Well, he can draw it out now. I don't know with it being that close to rail. I don't know if he can get to the 13 ball. Uh-oh.
He tried. Could not.
Yeah, anytime that ball's that close to rail and you try to use power, it's hard to get a lot out of it as far as manipulating angles. See, I'd have probably shot the 9 ball first there. Did he get on the right side of it? No.
There's 2 problem balls are still there. That's the problem.
Yes, sir.
You got to deal with them early.
We had 2 balls that could have got him shaped to the 10. And so I would have thought shooting the 9 or the 13 first and then the 9.
Especially that there's so little room for the 13. It just feels like that was the ball to get on when you got ball in hand.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you may have to play safe here. Well, there's really no benefit in trying to bank the 14 here unless he gets perfect on the 13. So the 5 ball's still a problem for Christopher. So he's going to shoot this 4 ball and come across the table and break the 5 out, or get below the 1 ball up near the racking end and get an angle where he could get into the balls. Oh, good shot. I didn't even see that.
Does the 8 go though?
I don't think it does.
Well, he's not trying to do anything, so maybe he feels it does.
It might creep by there, but he needs to hit it real soft. So we're getting ready to have a 4-3 game. Oh, it does go. Oh no!
Oh, it's 1-all.
No.
1-all on the gifts. It's Christopher's turn. It is Christmas out there.
Oh goodness! They're giving each other presents.
Yeah, and I think they've actually had some good interaction between them during the match. A little laugh and a joke every now and then. It's been played in a really good, relaxed atmosphere. This match.
Yeah, that's the way pool should be.
Yeah.
Let's see here. There. Boy, them pockets are big on them breaks today.
Yeah.
Or at least in this match that I've seen.
I feel like has been throughout the tournament. Well, a long way back into this one for Christopher. The time on the clock is fine. He's still got 25 minutes, still got plenty of time, but he needs to start taking some chances. But the way this match has gone, you can certainly feel if he can just find something, put Dustin under it, you can still certainly see a turnaround. It's not as though Dustin's flying away. You know, he's been the stronger player, of course, but you know, he's been giving away opportunities. Christopher just needs to start taking a couple and putting the pressure back on.
See, I see a beautiful little safe right here where he could barely touch the 11 and freeze him totally to the ball, and maybe he'll be able to get ball in hand. He's got to quit that moving, though, boy.
Yeah. Has he got a clever shot he can play a little bit later on in the visit? He's got to maybe try and find a way to place something onto the 8 ball, and obviously if you do that you risk it sticking and not coming out, but I don't see how else he's going to deal with the problem he's got up there.
Yeah, he needs to go ahead and shoot this ball on the side and bump that 2 ball. Well, looks like Dustin, as long as he gets a good line where he can break the 8 ball out, he should be okay in this rack. I tried to get a little angle on the 4 and go to the rail and come off and get to the 8. He may come after it right now. No. So he's got the right angle right here. Just make this ball a little bit of left-hand English, come off the rail, bump to 8. There you go. Well, now he tied the other one up. Now the 3 may go down there in this bottom right-hand corner if he can figure out a way to get shape underneath the 3, if he don't have to break it out. Well, here's Christopher's chance.
Yeah, this is a better chance than he had first up in this rack.
Yeah, if he can just get to that 11 ball, good shape on the 11 ball, he can fall in behind the 8 ball and be able to make it down in the corner pocket. Let's go, Christopher. Let's see if you can get out here, buddy. So he's going to shoot the 13, go to the side rail. Make sure he stays close to the side rail. He made it a little bit difficult to get a good shot on the 8 ball here. Or if he'd came all the way over to the side rail or stayed over there where he was, get him a little bit of an angle to get shaped to the 8. Now he's going to have to power it. No, he had more room than I thought.
That's a nice shot. Got right
Real good
behind
shot.
this.
Used full pocket.
Yeah. And this is to really start the comeback. This is for 6-3.
There we go.
No.
Oh, no.
Wow.
He really didn't leave nothing good. I mean, he's going to have to shoot, what, the 3-1 combo?
Yeah, 3-1 combo gets you in. Good shot needed down the table for the 2, but this is an opportunity to win the match. And there's the combo.
Did he get straight in on the 6? He definitely needs a good angle to get to the 2, and I think he should be okay. But you got to use bottom left soft draw here, because if you try to shoot it hard, you're going to wind up. Yeah, he's going to have to bank this ball now. I don't think he can cut it in.
No, bank for the match though.
Yep. Now this counts, don't it?
It will count. Oh, what a way to win it. Not the pocket he intended, but it won't matter. He is going to go and win the match. A right smile from Christopher. He has had his chances in the match, though, you have to say.
Yeah, they both have.
But it is going to go against Christopher. Dustin marches on to the next round. Actually, really entertaining match. Really good to see both players out there enjoying the experience. Thank you for your company in the commentary.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back now. It is Ultimate Pool USA, the Louisiana Open. And here we are with our very first Ladies Championship round. We have Carla Cox playing Patty Andrews. It is a race to 6 with a 50-minute match timer, 30-second shot clock. This is Stephen Wyatt, and I have a special guest here with us. This is Kyle Ferguson. Kyle, how you doing?
Hey, how we doing, Steven? Good to be here, man.
Wonderful. And Carla here with a dry break. Unfortunately for her, Patty coming out very quickly on her next shot. Getting right into the action very, very quickly.
The strikes look pretty good here.
Yeah, she got a little tough on this one, but she does have a shot on the 14. Well, and she played it well. So, Kyle, you flew down here from Louisville, Kentucky, and you're checking out Ultimate Pool USA.
Yeah, man, it's been a fun few days. My brother and I, we run rail yard billiards in the Louisville area there. If you've ever had the chance to come by.
Phenomenal pool hall, by the way. Just
Thank you. Yeah, we been talking with the guys at Ultimate Pool here. Wanted to come down, check out the event. It's been a really fun few days. Like I said, really fun formats. Some of the matches last night. The shot clock, that 15-second shot clock, pretty brutal.
Yeah, and are we dropping the bombshell? Can we drop the bombshell?
Yeah, we can drop it.
All right, I'll go ahead and let you guys know. Kyle here is going to be. Is it you or is it?
That's my brother and I.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Matt.
you and your brother Matt. They are going to be running the Ultimate Pool USA League in the Louisville area.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. I know the players there. There's so many good players in that area. That's going to be great for Louisville Pool. Louisville has a rich history with pool.
Yeah,
and you're
for
just
sure.
adding to it.
Oh, absolutely, man. We're super excited. Like I said, we've been talking with the guys for a few months.
And the nice thing is, it's tested because
Yeah,
these guys have been doing it for so long over in the UK. You know, I've had so many people say, "Oh, well, what is this? You know, where did they come from?" Well, they came from the UK and they've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, for us, one of the reasons we started Rail Yard at all, good break here. Don't want to miss too much in this game, but you know, we started to push the game forward, right? Like we do a lot of things at Rail Yard. If you've seen the Mini Derb Open we run there, we sponsor Fedor Gorst. We have several junior events we run. You know, our goal is to move pool forward, and we have, you know, as a room owner, we have a lot of people that come to us with ideas on in-house leagues or run this event or whatever. And you know, it's not that any of those aren't great ideas, but at the end of the day, for us, we look at, you know, if it's something we're going to be involved with, is it moving the game forward? And you know, the more we looked at this, the more we got excited about the possibility, the opportunity, and where we felt like this was going, and it became clear that it was, you know, it was something we wanted to be involved with. So.
Yeah, tough miss there by Carla. Just really trying to throw that ball, and I think the English on the ball kind of counteracted what she was trying to do there. But, you know, I've been to Rail Yards a couple times. I love the place. The food there is great, and you guys have such a strong commitment of players. You have tons of players. I met so many people while I was there.
Yeah.
So it'll definitely be fun to see where the Louisville Ultimate Pool USA League goes, especially with you in the driver's seat, because I know how passionate you are about the game.
Yeah, thank you, man.
That's the thing that we share in common. We both have a very big passion for pool.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, here on that table, there's work to do no matter which set you're shooting at, right? The 15 and the 8 down low. You've got the 12 and the 7 up top. So some work to do for both players here. Patty's going to have a crack at busting out this 15 ball, I think.
Yeah, and she played that one well, but again, she's going to have to figure something out for that 12 ball. And when she does get to the 12, she needs to have a solid shot on it, because if she misses it, she's opening up Carla's only problem ball. That's a miscue. She got the rail.
Yep. Yeah, I almost, from that position, you know, because the 10's just, it's not super helpful where it's at. As far as the 12 goes, you're almost better off just trying to get a ball up table in play. Give you something that you can, you know, develop maybe in a different inning.
And Carla there with a pretty good shot. She just didn't get the spread she wanted to be able to have a secondary shot. I think somewhere in here there's a spot to play safe, and that's not really what she wanted.
Yeah.
Now she's opened up the 12 ball to be made.
Yeah, that's trouble. And not only that, played position, right? I don't know if she's going to shoot it here, but I think you might want to look at it, because you got to look at what's your opportunity to get back there, right? And it's not great the way the balls lay.
Yeah, Carla comes away fortunate there, because Patty was not able to hold that ball on the rail. That's not an easy shot, no matter what skill level you are.
Oh, yeah.
Holding that ball on that rail, and again, TV conditions, cameras, lights,
First
all
match
plays a factor.
Yeah, it's tough.
And this is first round for all the ladies, so it's always the funniest, isn't it?
Oh, for
you
sure.
see so many crazy things happen in the first round of almost any tournament.
And almost no matter who you're playing, you know, like I said, we've had a lot of different events we've hosted, and of course I travel around to them, and I've watched the likes of Fedor Gorst and Shane Van Boning miss balls 3 inches from the pocket when they first come out. You know, it's like you kind of just getting settled in.
Even yesterday, we saw Darren Appleton, the eventual winner of the shootout, in his very first match, missed several easily potable balls.
Yeah.
And his focus just wasn't there. And again, it was his first match of the day. So, crazy things.
Yeah, I would say just from watching the match, it's apparent that both of these ladies are quite accomplished in the game and know the game really well. And just a matter of who can get settled in first, right?
Yeah, it's really a good shot here if she can get that cue ball opened up. And I think she would have. Oh, no, she definitely would have stuck herself, so maybe it's better that she missed that one.
Yeah. Another opportunity for Carla here. Needs to try to get on the board.
Yeah, and if we can manage to get that 3 ball down and the cue ball to hold, she'll really be in a good position here.
Yeah, I think you just roll this to the top rail. Be in shape to come down for the 5 in the side.
Yeah, a mutual friend of ours is going to use that term, just take your medicine.
Mm-hmm.
She needed a little more there. This is going to be awkward.
Yeah, this is definitely funny. She can beat the side pocket. It's just a high cue ball, rolling ball. But you got to get this one down. She hit that really well.
Yeah. The work's not done, though. Tough 8 ball here. I'm not a huge banker. I love to shoot this ball on the side. Just cut it in the right side. She says, nope, I'm going to bank the ball.
Straight in the heart.
It is an exciting thing to watch.
Big break here. Watch out, cue ball.
Oh, the spin on the cue ball really did not treat her well there. And Patty to the table, really trying to figure out what she wants. Now you see here, scratch off the break. She is shooting backwards into the kitchen. That is 100% okay with international 8-ball rules.
Does the cue ball have to start in the kitchen?
Does have to start in the kitchen.
Okay.
However, you can shoot any way, which way that you'd like to. Another kind of cool little rule that I actually really enjoy. If you throw the ball off the table, the cue ball on the break, it's actually ball in hand anywhere.
Okay.
So a scratch, obviously, it's a huge punishment, but you're restricted to that kitchen. However, cue ball off the table, ball in hand anywhere on the table.
Very interesting.
It's definitely something me and Simon talked about yesterday, and I think you'll agree with this. There's quite a few differences, but they're all very subtle.
Sure.
Nothing too huge that, any normal pool player can't figure out fairly quickly. And Carla,
Nearly got that down.
She must be from Kentucky because, or maybe these Arkansas ladies bank really well too, because she has had no problems firing the banks.
She's got a Kentucky pool coach, that's for sure.
Well, the banks are open in Hot Springs, Arkansas every day of the week. And look at this. That's not a great situation to be in.
Yeah, definitely in a tough spot here, but really both players are kind of up against it. You don't have to worry about selling out too much unless you just blast everything. The way the 13 and the 14 line up to the 5 up top. There's some work to do from both sides.
Yeah, and this is, if you're Carla here, you got to keep an eye on that match clock and know that it's getting close to the wire. Roughly 4.5 minutes left in this match, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and this is one thing that I think players, look out, cue ball.
Oh, no.
Just fine. One thing that I think players, especially at the amateur level, pros it's their job to learn these things, so they're going to, but, a different element to the game it's really kind of cool the way it works, but you have to learn to manage the shot clock no matter which side of it you're on, right? If you want the clock, sometimes you want to take all 15 seconds and get that clock play. If you know you're going to be in a position where you're going to have to play safe, take your time getting there. If you're not trying to run out and win the rack versus someone that needs those games, they're going to be rushing around trying to get the points on the board as quick as they can.
Well, and I know you were here yesterday. I don't know if you saw the very first match of the day between Cleve Thompson and Tyler Styer.
I did not see that one.
So Cleve had a big lead, and I may be wrong on this, but I want to say it was either 4-1 or 4-2, and the clock was winding down, and he was very aware of this, and he started taking 13 seconds on every shot.
Sure.
And it actually came down to the wire of the shot on the time running out for Tyler to tie it up to go to the shootout. So Cleve really worked the clock, and there was a real strategy to it.
Yeah. And it's so interesting to me because it just, like you said, it adds a new element to the game, and something that's not just, you know, we're just going to come out and make these balls, and however long it takes is however long, you know, you have league nights that run past midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. It's like, I got to work the next day. You know?
Yeah. Well,
you change that around.
Andrews here.
8 ball down.
Absolutely phenomenal from Patty Andrews. A quick hug there with her opponent. And guys, what an amazing match here in the women's division of the Louisiana Open.
I'll tell you, he knows how to play this game at the ripe old age of 10.
Yeah, which is amazing. He's won some good titles already in his career, not just winning junior titles as well.
Look at how dressed up this table is. I'm in love with low ball here. So is he. Well, we'll see what his pattern play is. 2, 6, 1, 3, 4, 7, 8 would be where I go. You got this, Gavin. Let's go.
Quick as well, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Waste no time. He's going to have to change his game plan here, though.
Yeah,
just a touch under hit.
The challenge, that's the challenge of the arena table as well. Cushions aren't playing as pingy. Oh, what a recovery.
Oh, look at this.
Is
He
it gonna
needs
go?
to hold.
Yeah, it's just about to finish off what I was saying, that the cushions just are playing a little softer than they are in the 32 other tables, just the way it is with the brand new cloth on there.
Yeah. Well, and I think the lighting has a little bit to play into there. Oh, look at this. Bank finish on the 3. Or is he going to try to power this and break it out? Look at this. I thought he was going to get short side. Too bad the horn came into play.
He's still a chance here.
He's still in it. Perfect.
What a shot.
Dead to the heart.
Needs a
What
shot
else?
on the 8.
Yeah.
Not got shape though.
What else has he got? I think the bank is on. Can he double bank finish?
Oh, not
just short.
quite. What an effort.
Great effort.
Oh, he ran into an awful lot of trouble at the back end there, but dug so hard and did not get out. What a shame.
But I'll tell you, for 10 years old,
There's
to run through that rack, you know this kid's got a real bright future ahead of him.
Yeah, there's some serious game there.
And of course, Roberto going to make pretty short work of this. No issues here. Might have to go back and forth unless he can slow roll this in. Back and forth it is.
Yeah, no problem for Superman though.
Well, we'll see if Gavin can recover and be a little bit of kryptonite to Mr. Superman here.
That's what you got to try and be.
Yeah.
Yeah, as expected though. Roberto just running through the counter there. And there's nothing really in the way. As expected. Takes
And
that
wastes
2-0 lead.
no time.
Yeah.
Just down in it. Kind of landed a touch funny here on this 11 ball. Attempts the bank. And I think that attempt was perhaps a result of the score line thus far.
Yeah, he's in the comfort zone.
He is, yeah. We'll see what young Gavin can come up with. Is he looking at this combo off the rail first with the 11?
Yeah, very good.
The vision of this young man is unreal.
10 years old.
10 years old and can see the in-off.
Trying to make it happen, and he has made it happen. How about that?
Just rearranges the furniture to perfection.
And now the frame is there. Now he can go and run the rack.
A little bit hampered. Got to be careful here.
Should get natural shape though, which he has.
Wow. Up for the 6. Touch short.
Yeah, that could cause the issue here. Needs to play a good cue ball.
Yeah, a little bit of right-hand spin here.
He's short again.
Oh.
So it's going to be a bank.
Well, that's all right. A bank finish while you're on the TV table. Could you ask for more?
Have some of that.
I love it. Just fearless. Yeah, really good attention given to that 8-ball.
How about that? What a
Very
finish.
well done. Even Roberto giving the claps in the background.
There was nothing on when he came to the table. That was no joke, that finish. That was incredible. He's got 5 balls around a blocked pocket. He's got no open shot on. Comes up with a 3-ball combo and absolutely brilliant stuff.
I think the format's pretty amazing. I think it's going to draw a lot of attention.
Yeah, it's been exciting, and we're only on day 2.
Yeah, it's been some pretty amazing pool played.
Okay, what's Gavin got for us this time then? Another very good break.
Well, they're both a little bit of a challenge. The 4, if you choose low ball, 4 and 6. But then if you go high ball, you got the 12 sitting on top of that 8-ball.
Doesn't quite open it up. Can he take it now? Whether he can access the centre of the cue ball or not.
It may float past that 7-ball down to that bottom left-hand corner. Went for the sub. Wow. Look at this.
Yeah, just float it in the side, no problem.
He's got the angle to rearrange for the 12. Did he hit the window to go between the 4, 6 and take the 9?
Tricky.
It is. Yeah, left it a little bit tricky. Look at this. Just no fear. No fear whatsoever in this young man. I love it. I love it. It's in a little tough here.
Yeah, that wasn't so good. That might be the end of it for him in this match. The scratch, it's given Roberto the opportunity.
Yeah, Roberto's really only got 1 ball in trouble here. That's the 6th ball, but with ball in hand, you're almost guaranteed he's going to get down into it right away.
Biggest problem is he picked up the break cue, not the playing cue. Good job we're not at 15 seconds a shot.
Right? Yeah, nice.
And that's that kicked out. And now it's a case of just plotting the route.
Yeah, no issues here whatsoever. A little bit of right-hand spin. Up for the 6. Job well done, and what a showing for young Gavin.
Yeah, Gavin's done well, and Roberto's handled it well as well. He's done the business, really. Although
did we speak too soon?
We may have done. He needs to just pull something out here on the final 8-ball. Yeah, no problems whatsoever. Fantastic match. It really was very enjoyable. Gavin Matthew really played his part. There was some really good pool played in there.
He sure did. What camaraderie there out of Roberto.
I think Roberto
that.
was fantastic the way he handled it. He still played it hard. He still did everything right.
I agree.
1 mistake in the match for Roberto. He played brilliant. Great match for him.
Yeah, he's got a very powerful break as Tyler, and he controls the cue ball really well. Type of Shane Van Bonen-esque, really. What a break that is.
Yeah, and you take a look here. Big, powerful break, ball in the side pocket. Really couldn't have asked for a better break. He does have a small issue here with that 2 and that 10, but I think he's going to clear a pocket here. The 4 ball's a little rough, but
yeah, he's going to pop the 3 and the 4 in the top left-hand corner, then play the 6, just bring the cue ball out, then play the... Is it the purple? Is it the pink 5? Is it these days?
So that's actually the 5 ball.
Yeah,
the orange 5 ball.
Yeah, he's going to play the 3, the 5, the 6, the 4, then the 2 in the top. Just on the cue ball dead for the 8 in the corner, where he's putting the green 6 ball. This is
making a nice little circle around the table, nice and simple. Keep it smooth.
Yeah, this is a clear-cut chance for Tyler.
And in one of the most shocking parts of the Louisiana shootout last night, we saw Tyler Styer in a situation like this cookie cutter layout, simple shots, and then all of a sudden in off, and it cost him the match. Roberto running around the table at light speed.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about that was if he took his full 15 seconds, he actually would have won the match, because Roberto would have run out of time and played a nice little shot there. Still has to be a little bit careful. Needs to pop this 4-ball thick really into the pocket to hold the cue ball. Well, he's played it perfect. Absolutely perfect on the 2.
You can't really ask for a better setup than that. Just going to take a look at the 8-ball here. And Tyler Styer making quick work of this first rack. Just needs to make this ball and set up on the 8-ball.
Nicely played there. Good stun shot. Get the cue ball away from the 10-ball. Perfect position on this A8.
Yeah, absolutely. Great rack here for Tyler Styer. From the big break to the very, very clean run out there. 1-0. It is race to 7.
Once again, makes a ball. Wow. Miss them if you can. They are absolute, what we call in England, Mary Ploppins.
Mary Ploppins.
Which means you cannot miss them.
So this is what I would call a tic-tac-toe out.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something, the first shot he should be playing, he's potting the 1 ball and just nudged the 9 away for the 7 to go in that corner.
Just like that.
Very good shot.
Well, this,
well,
that got a little funny. Not so much Mary Ploppins and definitely not tic-tac-toe anymore.
Yeah, I'm surprised he screwed the ball though. I thought he'd just play plain ball, just slide the cue ball up the table slowly. I mean, the 9's come out maybe, what, 12 inches?
Yeah, probably more than that. Almost halfway the distance across the table.
You still feel he's going to make this though, and he does. Has he got a good cannon? It's okay. He's slightly bridging over the 14 ball.
But if you see here, he keeps getting just a little out, just a little out, just a little out. He's got to get back in because that 4-ball really only has 1 good pocket to go in. He doesn't need to be out of line getting into it.
Yeah, and if he makes this, he'll be in perfect position. And he has. And doesn't have a great deal to do now. So many options what to do. For me, you pop the 7 in the side, run through, pop the 3, then the 4, or the 5 should I say. Wow, I'm really surprised he's going this way.
I think so. He's wanting to get rid of the 4-ball early.
I do understand why he's going that way, but it's far easier to get in the 8 from the 4-ball.
Yeah, I mean, the closer your out ball is to the 8-ball, the easier it is to get the shape on it. So you don't really want to be going multiple rails to get on the 8-ball because funny things happen. So I guess it's going to work for him here. I mean, he has a plan. Wow.
Yeah, and that's a little bit short. I mean, he's still probably going to get out. And I tell you what, it's very interesting how different players see different patterns. Obviously, if you went this way, let's say on a Chinese 8-ball table, well, you're a million to be clearing up. Because you have to be absolutely pinpoint perfect on them tables.
I would need to be the magician to get out there. Those tables are tough.
Yeah, they're the toughest tables I've ever played in my life. Just landed a little bit funky on this one. Can he just push through?
I think he can. I think he's going to be just fine. He's in a situation where maybe he just rolls it as soft as he can, but he actually got perfect.
Yeah, nice shot there from Tyler. And another good clearance. Looked like he'd run out of position, but played a couple of really good shots to get himself back in and takes a frame and a 4-1 lead.
But really one of the most humble kids I've ever met.
Another good break there, and the cut break just isn't working for him at the moment. I mean, they've come out a little bit awkward. At first glance, you would look and think that the stripes are the better of the two sets, but they're not easy at all.
Yeah, what's your opening play here? If you wanted to take the stripes, I think if solids are there, you're taking the 7 ball, but...
Yeah, I think you have to go for spots here, solids, and just play this one, play the 1 after this, and then cannon the 2 out. Yeah, he could never get the 2 out playing that shot. It was virtually impossible to get the 2 ball out playing that shot.
And I think maybe he was wanting that cue ball to grab sooner, and I think maybe the cloth conditions are throwing his drag off a little bit, because he usually does play that ball just to cinch the cue ball quickly. He usually does play that well. I think the cloth is just a little different than what he's used to.
Nice shot.
Two ball
nice
didn't really react the way he wanted to, but he's got an opportunity to move it once again.
Yeah, this will be interesting how he plays this shot.
And, you know, he's still got the 4 ball that he has to contend with as well. I don't know if it can be played off the 12 ball.
He's got to play this slow with a touch of right. Just flick the 2 ball out nice and easy. Well, he's played a brilliant shot there. That could have gone wrong, and he's played an excellent shot there. And it's very important now that when he pots a 2, he leaves a cue ball near the top cushion or near the top rail, so then he can pot the 3 and either run into the 4 ball or the 8 ball.
So you're in the belief that the 4 ball cannot be played off the 12 ball?
I think it can, but I think for me personally, I'm moving the 8 ball here.
And maybe that's the easier scenario there, and he's got a good angle to do so here, right?
Yeah, and it's a natural angle, so he can play this with just a touch of left, rail first, and flick the 8 ball out nice and easy. Perfectly played, great shot, and a nice little flick as well there. Can he play it off the 12?
Well, that is the question, and that's the answer to that question is going to determine whether or not this is 6-2 or if Tyler Styer comes to the table on the hill.
Got to play it with a bit of pace. Stun the ball hard with a bit of pace. And he's very unlucky if he's not on this one. Lovely, lovely shot there from Jacob. Well controlled. This will give him some good confidence.
Well, and under the gun, Jacob Watson coming with a very, very nice run out. Just has to pot this 8 ball. And there it is. Jake Watson, 2-6. Still a very long road for Mr. Watson. But you see him, he's got a nice little smile on his face. He may not be happy with the way it worked out, but...
Let's see how he breaks these. Probably breaking perfect.
Well, and for Tyler here, it's make a ball, get out. And for Jacob Watson, it's let's hope they're all tied up. That's a good break.
Wow.
This is definitely not what Jake wanted to see.
Wow. That is an unbelievable break. That is better than the last one.
Yeah.
6-2, 5-3, 4-1-8.
6-2, 5-3, 4-1-8. I like it. Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah, he just needs to leave the cue ball just basically in line with where the 10 is. Off the top cushion, touch a left-hand spin. Just get the cue ball in centre of the table. Well, a touch short. Is it? No, he's okay. It's perfect. Now, it's up to Tyler how he plays this one. Personally, I play for the 3. He could play for the 1, the 4, then the 3. But for me, you play for the 3 ball.
And so far, your call has been correct.
Yeah, I'd definitely be playing for the 4 after this. Reason being, it's slightly more difficult to get from the 4 to the 8 than it is from the 1 to the 8. Yep, and that is the perfect route.
6-2, 5-3, 4-1-8 is the call, and I believe that's going to be the end of this match. Once again, another good showing for Jacob Watson here, local favorite, but the baby-faced assassin, Tyler Styer, really playing absolutely jam up in this match. Incredible. She looks like she's trying to maybe fight off the nerves just a little, but I think it'll get there, and I think one good shot will give it to her. She may have to wait because Britney just made a ball.
Not just made a ball, she hit them very crisp, like very clean, like the cue ball just stunned more or less on the spot. If you take a look at it, it just came back a little bit, held its line, and the balls are lovely and spread. There's no traffic, so let's see if she should take them out. I mean, for me,
I think really the only problem ball here, if you wanted to take the stripes, is the 13.
13, the orange 13. No, that's orange 13.
Yeah,
Is that correct? Yep. Sorry,
but I actually like this. She did take the solids.
Solids, yeah.
And if this 6 ball goes past this ball in the side pocket, she's off to the races.
Yeah.
And she can very well break and run this rack. She's just going to want to give herself just a little bit of angle low to the 2 ball, I think.
Yeah, well, I think she should concentrate on the 3 balls in the kitchen area first, because I think the bottom 3, the bottom 2 are just a bit more easier. So,
and she just caught that a little thick there, and I think this is what we talked about earlier. Trying to control the cue ball very specifically and making a somewhat routine shot.
Right.
It just doesn't always mix.
No.
You really have to give each shot and shape your focus.
Yeah.
And that's very difficult to do there.
I missed a 5 ball exactly like that yesterday.
Yeah, just a lapse in concentration. You were looking at your shape, and you probably nailed the shape and just missed the ball. Well, and Julie here has a good chance to take that game that Britney took from her. She can get it back here.
So she just managed to drop this 13 into the sides. I'll be looking to take the 9 ball next. Okay, so she's up to not take the harder pot. I don't think she's going to get better shape on this.
I think it's possible maybe she's opting for this to try and get
an angle to float back
tougher, a better angle up top. But unfortunately, that has not happened here. She's going to have to... Can she see this ball? I think she's got a kick at this 13, but it is possible that she can see just the edge. And if she can, maybe she can make something happen here.
This is tough, but I don't think it's going to get past the 4 ball if she's going for the bank. Yeah, it's never going to...
Time foul.
Time foul?
I believe so.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, clock just ran out on her, and she does have an extension, but I think maybe she thought she could get the shot in sometimes, and it just wasn't meant to be there. Now, Britney, who really had a clean run out available from the get-go, a little momentary lapse in concentration may have caused her to miss that 5 ball. She's not missing this one.
Just anywhere sort of like to the middle of the table. Just where she's putting her cue at now. You know, she can even nothing for short, everything for long. Nothing for short, everything for long. I think she's okay. Yep, she's good.
She's actually going to have to throw that ball in.
Oh, see, if she's not on that free ball, that's a poor shot, because she had everything for long and nothing for short.
Yeah, and this is a game. This is what I like to do with it. You have to break the table into red zones and green zones.
Yeah.
Green zones are where your cue ball can travel, and you're 100% fine.
Yeah.
Red zones are the areas where you absolutely cannot end up when that ball stops moving. And that was a big red zone right there. She had a huge green zone just past that. Sometimes it's better to overroll that and get a little bit more angle, but still be able to see the ball.
And one could argue that when she had the ball in hand, that's a great shot.
That was a great shot.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
That's a confidence builder right there.
So now she's going to get shape onto this orange 13. Is she going to go around the houses?
I think she's going to go 2 rails around between the 2-8.
Yep.
And that's her intention.
Looks good. That's good. That's perfect shape. That's perfect shape.
Slow down just a little bit.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be
She's
okay.
fine. Just punch this out and the 8 ball into the bottom left corner.
And when you punch this ball, you need to decide if you want to be above or below the side pocket.
Correct. Yeah.
Do not. There we go.
Yeah.
It's moving towards the pocket, but she hit it at a good speed. Well, you kind of called it, Cleve. We're looking at a 1-1 if she can make this 8 ball. There it is.
Yeah, and she looks like she's hitting the ball with a bit more authority. Yeah, that's 2 balls higher. That's definitely going to get different shape, and also maybe as well the cue ball distance off the behind the bulk in the kitchen. All this could be it's a legal break. 3 just passed.
Yeah, so you guys' kitchen is a little smaller than ours.
Correct. Yeah.
So we're breaking closer towards the rack than you guys are.
Yeah.
So totally different for you because you get to go a little bit further out. Then, of course, the spot of the 8 ball for us. I do love the dynamic of everything that these international 8 ball rules do require us to adjust about our game. Pool is a game that's fairly universal, but when you can find a way to change it up just a little bit, it's a lot of fun to see how that affects the game.
Well, Britney just took a quick shot there. She didn't realise she's still got extension. I don't think none of them have used their extensions yet in this whole match.
Yeah, and again, that's just inexperience of a TV table and being able to call that extension.
So we've got 24, just under 25 minutes, and the score is 2-all.
Big 1 ball here, right here.
Oh, nailed. Yeah, she's letting her arm rip now.
Yeah, and sometimes that's what it takes, is just letting your stroke out, letting that ball rip into the pocket at high speed to really get you going. The problem here is that she's still got work to do with the 2 and the 7 and the 8.
Okay, so she tried playing it. She actually tried breaking it out. She played with high right.
I think she was kind of straight, and she was trying to cheat the pocket to get the cue ball to break that up, and that's why that ball bobbled out like that. It's very difficult to cheat the pocket, especially the side pockets, with speed. Julie here just looking to make the Tim ball.
Well, I think this is a frame that I think for both players, again, they're not going to be experienced. And I know that it's only 23 minutes left, but the table looks a bit messy. And this will be a good frame, sort of a good rack. I keep saying frame, a good rack to win, and letting the time go down as well. So make it a bit tactical.
And that's something that neither one of them, I believe, are going to know or think about.
Right.
However, in this situation, with it being messy, I might take 30 seconds a shot, especially if I feel like I have the advantage in the rack.
Right.
If I feel like I can get out before my opponent does, but I can take my time to do it, I might run that clock down and put the pressure on them, because if you have the lead when that 10-minute mark hits and that shot clock drops, you immediately have the advantage.
Well, one thing you've got to be aware of as well is in the 30-second per shot part, you're not allowed to purposely time waste. But in the 15-second per shot, you can run it down to the before you So, I don't know what the penalty is. I think it's just a warning that you're purposely running it down from 30 to 2 or 1. So I think it's a warning. So the 30 seconds is to obviously think about the shot correctly. But just to stand there before you take the pot, the ref will call you for time wasting.
But, obviously there's ways to
there's
kind of get around it. Maybe take 20 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Understood. So, and again, it's not cheating. Don't want to call it cheating, but it is manipulating the time. Which, again, any smart player, if they feel like they have the advantage, especially when it gets down to that 15 seconds, I would take every bit of it every time.
Yeah, and I think that's just more on, we just got an 8 ball and it's just a single clean pot and it's 30 seconds and you're standing there, letting it go down to 5 seconds. That would be classed as time wasted.
Yeah. It would have to be very deliberate. And
that would be a foul.
No contact, no rail. Ball in hand here for Julie. 2-2. Almost about to hit the 20-minute mark.
So if Julie wants to run this out, I'll be probably taking the 11 into the corner pocket and just get yourself an angle so you can play a top spin shot just to bump out the. Okay, I didn't think she could see that, but she could see that, but that's a better shot.
Yeah, get that ball out of there. She can make both of these, I believe.
Yeah, okay, that's a better shot. So I didn't see, but I didn't think she can have to put an angle.
And actually, here now, at this point, if she plays it nice and smooth, she can get to that 9 ball. A little overdone. She really needs to be about 4 inches lower.
Yeah.
And even closer to the side rail to get at that 9 ball, because I don't know if does the 13 ball go.
The 13 ball goes into the left corner.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, now this isn't really where she wanted to be. That's for sure.
No. I think the good thing about this, if she plays a clever shot, if she runs the cue ball forward, it's going to force just a touch. Even if she misses it, it's going to force Britney to see she's left it in the wrong angle because she's caught the potting angle wrong. If she would have missed it by the near point, Britney would have had the angle to get onto the 5 ball after this pot.
Yeah, and now here, the 7 ball, the 5 ball.
Oh
no. And I was just about to say a huge side pocket for the 8 ball, but you got to get there first. I think I like kicking the other way on this one. The 5's closer to the pocket there. Well, it might work out in her favor. The 12 ball's mostly covered.
Yeah.
The 13 ball's ahead of the pocket, so unable to cut that one.
I think she's the right shot to play would be to play off the 13 ball and get the cue ball onto the left hand side of the table in the kitchen.
That was a fair shot.
Yeah, I think she's not covered it because the 9 ball was automatically covering the 5 ball. So if she played off the 13 to get into the left hand side of the kitchen, she would have been hooking Britney there. But
and that's a good shot there.
Yeah.
Now this is a big shot here for Britney. It's mostly routine, but you got to give it the concentration and the respect that it deserves. Oof. That was very, very close, but she was able to make that ball. Do you break the balls heavy like she has been?
I think to go for it, because 6 minutes is still a relative. I need to pay for that break.
Man.
I need to really pay for that break.
She's going to teach you how to break.
Yeah, I need to pay for that break.
Look at this. Solid contact on the head ball. Ball in the corner, another ball in the corner. She's really only got one tough issue, and that's the 15 in the 2 ball. And again, really quickly getting to the table. The shot clock is stressful. Using all of the pocket there.
She played that
That
well.
was a good shot, and she's not stopping here. She's going for the jugular here. She wants to finish this out. Played that one well.
Well, she's potted the free ball as well, so it causes no damage. I don't know if that does the burgundy 15. Does it pass into the center pocket?
I think it does, but it's very tight.
Yeah, she's missed the 13 anyway.
Well, now Julie here again, getting another opportunity to wipe all of what had just happened away. Just needs to play at a little bit quicker pace. She's really not that bad, honestly. A little bit quicker, but again, just stay steady. Keep it as simple as possible. The 2-ball does pass the 14 to go to the bottom left, and the 4-ball is a great shot to be able to just set up on that. All she has to do here is make the 5-ball in the left side pocket, pull back just a little bit, and this rack is hers for the taking.
That's in time.
Yeah, but you see it affected there. Just rolled forward.
That's what happens. You don't get time to think.
And it looks like she's got to make a decision here. Just tap the 2-ball, get your cue ball to the back rail. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Well, if I was so basically Britney needs to get to this 5. Oh, she scratched.
I think she actually she kind of double hit the ball.
Oh, okay.
And it went straight into the side pocket, but I think it would have been a foul either way. So look at the situation we have here, Cleve.
3 minutes.
There are 3 minutes left in this match.
We definitely got a six-ball shootout coming.
And Julie Stevenson is shooting her last solid. No time clock foul there. The 8-ball straight in the hole. We're going to end this rack right around that 2-minute and 40-second mark. And is that enough time for one of these ladies to run the rack? Britney Williams going to set the time to beat. And she's actually got a fairly good break here. 4-ball in the side. Just take your time with it. And this is a little tough here. She wants to shoot the 5 in the side. Very good shot. 2-ball. It's going to bump into the 1. Got to make that ball. There you go. One ball up top now.
Yep.
Oh, don't. There you go. I'm stressing out, Cleve. I'm stressing out.
Okay, so this could be 50 seconds.
And right around the 50-second mark. She doesn't want the cue ball to move. And again, the clock on the screen. Let's get an official time from Trish. Very good time there.
That's about 48 seconds.
Very good time there. Our official time, surely, going to be posted here. Well, that's a big break.
Yeah.
And Julie taking that route of taking her time.
Okay, so I think she just tried to concentrate on that shot there.
You can definitely tell that this isn't really her bread and butter.
No, it's not.
But
if she
can get away with it.
If she makes the 1 in the side, then she's got the 4 in the other side, and then she can run out.
I think if she can do this
without 4,
missing a ball,
I think she's good here.
She can get the win.
Yep.
Just needs to make sure. She's going to need to speed up just a little bit.
5 balls. She's got only a few seconds left.
Don't worry about it. Just shoot the ball.
Yeah, I don't think she's recognised. Yeah, she's under. She's lost.
Oh,
she's lost.
What a heartbreaker! Wow. Well, I believe Simon is going to get a discussion with Miss Williams after that heartbreaking 6-red shootout.
Decent break, 4-ball down, gets kissed in the corner. 8 ball in a very interesting spot on the table. No matter which grouping you go with here, dealing with where the 8 ball ended up is going to be an interesting proposition. It's frozen to the rail on actually everyone's least favorite spot on the table.
Couldn't finish worse. And that's the challenge here for Jamie. First visit to the table, and he's got some. It's always nice. You get your hand on the table, and your opponent's just scratched, and then you have problems.
Kind of swung the cue ball, let the cue ball get away from him there, and now he's left in a spot where it might be best to just send the cue ball to the foot rail of the table and maybe try to. Ooh, he went after that 9 ball. And look where it ends up, kind of tying up Chris's 1 ball here, and actually leaving, I think, no shot.
Yeah, there's not much on here. I mean, Chris has just got to be careful. I mean, he's got control of the table. Just has to find the safety. He's got a couple of options.
It would be nice to find some type of safety where you're developing one of your problems at the same time. Which that looks like he's loosening things up there with the 6 and 5 ball. And puts the 6 ball close to another problem, that being the 1 and 9 there together. Which if Mr. Ingram here didn't open it up, it would have given Chris an opportunity if he ended up on the 6. But that's just next level thinking ahead by Chris.
That's not a bad shot from Jamie at all. For a second I thought he would scratch, but he's keeping the cue ball on the table there. He's left it a really awkward layout now for Chris. He doesn't have an opening ball, and he's just nudged open his 9. So Chris under a little bit of pressure. He's still favourite for the frame, but he's going to have to find a shot.
Plays a combo. Wow.
How about that combination in the side? That's special.
My goodness, and I wonder if this 7 ball is playable in the side there next to the 8, maybe even nudging the 8 at some point.
Yeah, if he can play it off the 8, then that would be the one. He'd probably play this one off the 8,
which would almost certainly open up the pocket for the 7. Yeah, where he puts the cue ball here will really tell you. If he draws into the cluster, it tells you the 7 doesn't go. He comes up short here. Look at this.
For some reason, he decided to switch hands there. We didn't really have any need.
Yeah.
He could comfortably reach that one. So a slightly surprising choice of shot from Chris.
He just gestured that the 7 might be wired off of the 13 towards that side pocket, depending on how he gets a hold of it. Is he looking at a 3-rail kick into the 7 ball, firing the 7 into that side pocket? Misses the whole thing.
Yeah, that should cost him the frame. A very strange choice of shot from Chris Meling. He doesn't play that many left-handed shots. I've only really seen him start to do it in the last few months, and he didn't really need to do it. He could have reached, would have been a stretch, but he could reach. Oh, this is a lovely shot.
Cue ball. Look at the corner pocket, though. An absolute disaster when you're given a gift like that from a guy like Chris Meling, losing the cue ball.
Yeah, it looked like he had played the shot well, but just too much. With cue ball in hand, though, he probably could have found a better spot, really, to give himself more of a natural way onto the 8 ball.
Yeah, he's definitely, especially with those last 2 shots in the last rack, being able to one-stroke things. I think it really gives a credit to his mechanics and the way he addresses the ball when the shots get more simple, because he can rely on those mechanics so much. It really makes it quite easy to deliver, and that takes a lot of hard work and a lot of like thought and planning into how you address the ball to make it that routine. Pretty open break here, especially considering that the 13 ball is really close to the 4 and 15 on the bottom rail here. Should allow.
He's looking at solids, but I thought he might.
I would think he would take stripes too.
Take the yellow off the 1, and then that work at the top's done, and you've obviously got the obvious ball to break out the bottom.
Right.
He's seen it a different way, so he must have a plan of how he's going to deal with the 4-ball.
Assuming he's going to somehow use the 2-ball to address the 4.
Wonder if he plays the 5 off it.
Yeah, I just saw that as well. It does. The carom is close, but you might catch the point on the way into the pocket.
Yeah. Normally attacks his bad ball early, which tells me he's got a very clean plan of what he wants to do at the back end.
Was moving through the rack really briskly there, and now taking a little bit of attention to this shot. Obviously, where he lands on this 2-ball is very important. Holy strokerino.
Needs it to pull up. Oh, that's incredible. Look at that, how close, like, he's absolutely pinpoint there. He needed to leave the high angle.
That is just ridiculous.
Oh, that's special to absolutely land that pinpoint, putting that much work on the ball.
He whipped the cue ball with that draw shot. That was some good stuff by Chris Meling, the magician.
Yeah, he's in full exhibition mode out there right now. Very much in the comfort zone as we have another look at that incredible shot.
Jamie's even, I can see, giving a little chuckle across the room because he could see how good that shot was. Cue ball kissed again, kissed twice towards the corner. That is extremely unlucky. Wow. And a great spread of the balls to give Jamie here maybe a chance to get in stroke and get his feet back underneath him. That is, look at this kiss straight into the corner.
Okay, that is tough. That really is tough for Chris, but he's in a comfortable position on the scoreboard, so he just has to sit and be patient. But that's not the best of shots from Jamie. He's still got the gap, so he's okay. He's decided to go stripes, but the 8-ball is the challenge on the stripes, and he's going to be leaving the ball up the table as well, which is not ideal where the 8 is.
Yeah, it's going to be tough from his current position to even access the 15 ball at all. He's rolling forward now, coming up a little bit short of ideal. And if he goes for a bank shot, which I don't think goes, well, obviously it didn't go because he's playing the 14. And he's going to have to swing this ball, I think, to come up with anything to look at on the 8, which instead he just decides to focus on potting the ball and leaves himself wired to the 4 ball.
Not sure if he can even get to it from the bottom rail. I was thinking if he can get to it from the bottom rail, give it a good hit, you might get it tracking.
I think you got to just hit past the 6 ball and spin the cue ball as best you can towards the 8 with a lot of speed and hope it either goes up table in the corner or caroms off another ball, really.
Just make solid contact and you just never know. He's trying to find something, but
I think the one rail approach here, it's very low odds to get anything going for yourself, even in a defensive way. So we see Chris again with ball in hand and an open table. Look at the way he played the pattern, leaving himself these every single shot that he's played, he's had multiple options of ideal balls to shoot at. Just playing into the perfect zone of every single shot. Plays the cue ball 2 rails towards the 8. And we're looking at a 5-0 scoreline. Even being 6-0 in the lead is a testament to what it takes to perform at the highest level. Because I can't tell you how many times I've been ahead 6-0, and sometimes you start taking things for granted, and all of a sudden your opponent sneaks up on you.
Yeah, Chris will be keen to not let that happen, but he's in such a good mood out there, such a good rhythm and stroke, you just don't see it happening. And he has got the opportunity to wrap it up straight away.
Couple of interesting shots here. Obviously the first one already done. opening up the 8-ball and that other stripe on the rail. The only other thing to pay attention to here would be where that 13 ball is sitting. And I'm not sure if it's playable off the 1 in the side pocket.
It doesn't look like it to me. I mean, the bank's the obvious option unless he feels he can get to the potting angle.
He's just playing perfect cue ball to run into the 8.
That's so clever, just to use the 8, because that 8 gets him on the perfect angle.
Wow.
There wasn't that much room, but...
And it didn't even take him any time to figure that out.
He's got one of the quickest brains in the pool world. It really is incredible how quickly he sees the game. It's part of the reason why he can play so quickly.
No wonder he does so well at this format. That is some tremendous stuff from Chris Meling.
That really is an incredible performance from Chris Meling. That really was. You got a feel for Jamie out there. Didn't really get much of a look in. Chris just put on a show, full exhibition mode.
Let's see how the break treats him in this match. Plays the second ball break, and that corner pocket has just been devouring the cue ball for these last 2 matches. Gives Tim Darden here, ball in hand, in the kitchen to start things off. Not many options shooting into the kitchen, but he decides to take the 1 solid that's sitting there.
His solids aren't too bad, really. They're all sort of sitting in the middle of the table, apart from the 2 ball at the bottom. But the 2, there is access to the 2. It's maybe just getting away from it.
Ooh, and he actually decides to slide through instead of trying to draw back into the middle of the cluster or cinch the cue ball. I was thinking was what he would do to shoot the 7 in the opposite side, but
I don't think it's too bad though, because if he stops the cue ball pot in the 5, he's on the 2, and then he can get to the 3, and then he's essentially out.
Yeah, if you get ideal on either the 6 or the 7 by the time you are almost ready to shoot the 8, it should be very workable.
I think he's missed a trick here, not stopping the cue ball to take the 2, because now he's got to come down for it, and that makes things a lot harder. Whereas if he had stopped the cue ball, he would have just floated off the bottom cushion through the gap and get himself onto the ball he's just played. But this is what I find so fascinating about 8-ball pool. It's that pattern, it's that the puzzle. Can you make the puzzle and work out how to make the game easier for yourself?
Almost played a tremendous shot right there, but just comes up short. And now we get to see Shane Thompson do his thing. Just so beautiful the way he slowly draws back the cue and just perfectly straight glides the cue along his chin, straight through the shot.
Certainly see a different style at the table for Shane. He's a little bit more methodical. He's certainly not a slow player, but just trying to get himself in line and make sure it's right. But he knows he's in perfect shape here to get out.
I might even be tempted to just shoot the 13 now, knowing that the 11's not going to move very much. But if you can judge that secondary contact really well, then, or even get in a better spot, then it might be ideal to shoot them one after the other. And he did get perfectly straight in here. Wow.
He really does just have that beautiful touch. You know, he backs his cue ball when he needs to land, you know, absolutely on the spot. He invariably does. I thought yesterday in the shootout he was playing incredibly well, and I felt at one stage that he might be the player to beat once we'd seen everyone play. He's playing at a really high level.
You know who I thought was the player to beat until the very end of it was Tyler Styer.
Yeah, he looked good, didn't he?
And just a shocking way to end his run in that tournament. Now, of the top pros out of the UK, do most of them play this second ball break that it looks like Shane has been playing here? Or
there are some that do. There's some that will mix it up. Shane actually doesn't use it that often.
I see.
I don't know why. He's obviously come here and he's felt that it's the right break for him. more often than not, he's very much straight down the middle and bring the cue ball back up the middle of the table.
Yeah, we could see how well that worked out for Chris in the last match.
Yeah. Once again, though, Tim with the first chance. And once again, it's a really good one. Tricky opener, which he deals with.
10-ball does pass this 3, no problem, which should have him lay nicely on the 12. Now, the thing that I've noticed, though, when he has gotten out of line is usually, or has been, due to over-hitting a ball. So trying to cinch the cue ball, uses the 7 to stop it, but misses the most important part of the shot and misses the 10-ball.
Yeah, missed it by quite a way. All his attention on the cannon, which he got right. He's missed earlier in the visit this time. So it's a little bit more traffic for Shane, but it's a pretty decent layout here for him anyway.
I got to believe he was attacking the 3-ball there, came up a bit short. He was just taking a quick little look at the 4 to see if he's going to deal with it now or later, but he's decided on the 3-ball that it would be tough to readdress in the future.
Not the best of nudges on the 1.
This is the best thing about 8-ball, though. You got options.
Yeah. Time to recover.
I should say it's the best and the worst thing, right? Because sometimes having all those options can get you in trouble.
Yeah, I guess when you're playing the rotation games, you know what you got to do.
Yeah.
It tells you.
Yeah, rotation's in my opinion, one of the most fun games to play. But at the same time, it's one of the simplest once you really understand the game, because once the balls are broken, the whole rack is pretty much spelled out, where in 8-ball there's a lot more nuance.
It's the puzzle.
Yeah.
I really love the puzzle about 8-ball.
Made a couple of really nice recovery shots there, and things are laying pretty for Shane.
Yeah, simple enough. 8-ball for that 3-0 lead. And we've used up just over the 10 minutes, but it is going to be right down the middle, going for the head ball.
Breaking with a similar bridge length from the rail as Chris was breaking with. He kind of lost the cue ball there, maybe hit the cue ball a little bit low. Got a few kisses and doesn't make a ball again.
Yeah, and you'd say, talking about the bridge length there on the break, that's probably a little bit further down than the majority of players that have played on the TV table this weekend. The majority a lot closer to the top.
Man, that first little rub on the 6-ball made that shot turn out a little complicated here. Unless he's straight in on the 13 and the 5's not in the way. Yeah, a little bit fortunate there to come up with a shot, and he does get into a decent spot here with a decent shot on the 11 ball. Gonna have to manage the cue ball nicely, though, to fall into a good zone here. Did he find the 14?
Not sure. I don't know. Reaction tells us absolutely not.
And now all of a sudden, even though he does have an a recovery shot that you might call it, gonna have to come with something pretty special here to get back in this rack. Tries to go back and forth. Comes up short again. I don't know about you, Simon, but sometimes when I get into these positions and it feels like things aren't going my way, it might just be time to fire at something. Maybe try to play the stiff bank on the 15 ball just to kind of get some momentum rolling for yourself, unless you can see the 14 ball.
Well, you might as well, because there's no great safety options on here. And you're going to be second favourite if you get yourself into a safety battle as well. Although he has played an excellent shot.
Yeah.
And that was brilliant.
Wow, look at the tap on the table from Shane Thompson. Beautiful, I mean, perfect cue ball speed. Leaves almost nothing but a little look at this 2-ball. And he plays it perfect.
Almost the perfect safety and still not enough. That's why you're saying you might as well fire at something even if it's super low percentage.
Right. And not even just for like trying to win the game, but just trying to get some type of, you know, if you do find the jackpot, so to speak, on the low percentage shot, sometimes it can give you the spirits just to, you know, make things happen for the rest of the rack. But man, he's got a nice touch. Just plays into the perfect zone where, I mean, he could have shot any of the 3 balls right there and still been okay.
All too simple for him. Shane Thompson 5-0 to the good. Just 2 away.
With the ball finding the pocket. 10 ball was wired towards the corner. Another stripe finds the same corner pocket. 1 ball in the side. And a real nice spread of the balls here. I'm not quite sure if the 12 is playable.
It looks tied up, but sometimes the cameras can fool you.
He took a little look at it there to see if it is playable without hitting the 5 ball first. And if it is, I would think that you'd open with a combo here on the stripes.
He did have an angle to attack the 12 straight away if he wanted to, so I think that tells us there is room.
Almost overrunning the cue ball, but ends up perfect. I mean, you pick your poison now exactly with where you want to lay the cue ball for a shot on the 12 to maybe give it a little twist and throw it towards the pocket. Plays the 14 first. Interesting, using the 12 ball as a cue ball. Going to have to find, I would think, a narrow window for an ideal potting angle on the 12, unless it has just way more room than it appears on the monitor.
It's a good last ball if there's loads of room there. So, he's not happy with that though. He's not going to be able to get there. Certainly not nicely.
You can see him stepping back quite a bit from the table, taking a couple of sighs of frustration with where he's ended up here. But with the couple of thin cuts that we've seen him play, you got to think he's a favorite to make this ball, but the question is, where's the cue ball land? Because it's going to be moving. Plays the bank to slow the cue ball down, try to get some more control of it. Misses the 12 with a nudge. Is this ball pocketable from here?
His reaction tells us not. The room to be on it then must have been quite small.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised he didn't attack it earlier if it's that bad and that tight, but what's he got for us?
He's going after it.
Oh, it was fine.
Yeah.
He's just fooled us. He was okay. On it all the time. And simple enough 8 ball to complete the job. And it is match over. Shane Thompson moves on. Tim Darden had his chances, but was not able to take them, especially early on when he had the first chances a few times and some good ones. And Shane was in pretty good mode out there, mopping up everything that came his way.